Welcome to The Right Approach, sponsored by Cascades Golf Course. My guest today is the 2022 Jackson Golf Hall of Fame inductee, Nikki Weeks. Thanks for coming on the show today, Nikki.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time coming. Been trying to get you on for the last couple of years. I'm happy we're finally able to make it happen.
Well, now that I'm retired from teaching, I'm more available.
Absolutely. Well, happy retirement.
Thank you.
So, you know, as I was explaining to you before we got started, I kind of started growing up into the local Jackson golf scene in the early 2000s, getting to know all the top players. At that point in time, you know, your career was kind of put on pause while you were raising your family. So it was really fun when you did get inducted into the Hall of Fame to learn about your career and, you know, and all the tournaments that you won. It was really neat because you're someone that, you know, you're a Jackson legend, but I didn't know much about you at the time.
Well, that's also when they had the sit pat and everybody would sit there and read papers and, you know, see pictures. Yep. It's like, so everybody knew about everything, you know, because it was Gary Callahar, you know, followed those tournaments and reported. Scott Park took the pictures.
Yeah, Gary was the best. You'll never be able to replace Gary at the sit pat.
No.
That's for sure. But I'm just kind of curious, how old were you when you started playing golf? Obviously, you come from a golf family. Your dad's a legend at the country club, so you grew up out there. Your grandpa.
You know, all I remember is I was probably, I don't know, 3, 4. You know, and I remember I had like 2 or 3 golf clubs. Or my dad would take his old clubs down, take them, you know, cut them down, put a grip on them, and they'd like drop me off at the 150-yard. Back then, it was a bush.
Yeah, like we have arborvitae trees out here.
Yeah, you know.
Most of them are still here, not all of them.
None of the fancy stuff. And my dad would be like, meet me at the green. You know, and I think if you finished, you'd get a candy bar or root beer float or something like that, you know. And then I don't know, you know, being growing up out at the country club helped because I was always part of junior golf, you know, and my dad. So, I mean, I had every opportunity to play golf, so it was easy for me to get out and play a lot.
So when you went on to play for Lumen Christi, and I believe your team won 2 state championships while you were there, and I think finished runner-up the other 2 years you were there?
Yeah, when I was a freshman and a senior, we won, and when I was I think I was a senior, and I shot, this is what's crazy, is I was medalist one year, but with a 79. These kids are shooting like 65 now, so I'm glad I'm not in high school anymore.
Now, do you remember the course that you played when
Forest Acres East.
The East, okay. Yeah.
And it got called because of the weather, so it got called to just like one day.
Yep. So you got 2 team state championships and then 1 individual state championship.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And so from there you went on to play at Michigan State University. Just kind of curious, what was the recruiting like back then? How many schools were you looking at? Or?
Well, you know, I did not want to go far from home. And back then, Michigan State pretty much recruited, I mean, Michigan, Indiana, a lot more local. Yeah. Now, I mean, I can't even pronounce the names of most of the girls on the team. They're from all over. I mean, they're unbelievable. I mean, most of them leave there and turn pro, you know, like LPGA. So it was really just, they came to the high school tournament. It was a lot of your high school scores, and now if the kids,
you got to play in all these junior tours.
So it was a lot easier for me, you know, just so I was recruited by some other smaller schools, but I liked Michigan State. That was 35 minutes from my house.
Yeah, perfect. You know? And you lettered 3 years at Michigan State, so I know the adjustment from playing high school golf to playing Big Ten college golf, huge adjustment. I'm just kind of curious, what was the most difficult thing for you?
The most difficult thing was, in high school we played the red tees, and all of a sudden I get to college and I'm expected to play the white, so I went from hitting, you know, sand wedge into every green to trying to hit 3-wood into every green. So my game just totally changed. My freshman year, I was not even able to compete, you know. I was lucky I got to go on spring break with the team and everything, but it was a game changer.
Yeah, probably took a while to make that kind of adjustment. And I know that's something that even today, you know, the men, obviously they go to college, they play longer golf courses, but I think the starkest difference is with the women, because like you said, you play junior golf, high school golf, play the red tees. Then you go play college golf, you're playing much longer golf courses.
Oh, it was crazy, you know, like I said, pumping 3-wood instead of a sand wedge for the second shot was a little different.
Yeah, and that's why I think the girls that, you know, good high school golfers, if they want to play college, like distance is so important because they play such longer golf courses.
Well, and when I golfed, we didn't like work out. I mean, if you went to the gym and did the Stairmaster for like 15 minutes, you know, or something, that was working out. Now they all have such regimens, and they are in a lot better shape than we were.
Yep, the old cliche of golfers being, you know, kind of fat and out of shape, that doesn't work anymore. No, they're all fit. So while you were in college, that was kind of, you know, when you dominated the Jackson County Women's Golf Association events. You know, you won 9 titles, including 7 medal play titles. 4 in a row, I think was a record at that time, and 2 match play titles. So what was kind of the strengths of your game back then when you were so dominant?
Well, back then, I mean, I was pretty consistent. I was pretty consistent off the tee straight, and my driver's always probably been my best. But then I had such good matches with all those ladies, like. They have great short games, and to this day my short game's not that great, but like I remember some good matches with like Jean Harpowiski. She'd, you know, I'd be on in 3 and 3 putt, she'd be on in 3 and 1 putt, you know, so I learned a lot from playing with a lot of the different players too.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was maybe a couple of your favorite ladies to play with back then, and who kind of intimidated you the most or gave you the most fear playing against?
Oh gosh, well, Jan Papard was always a fierce
She's
competitor.
A fierce competitor. Yes, she is.
And rest her soul, Shirley Hoagland, she was a very good competitor too, and she always scared me. And then there was some good, you know, a lot of good high school, like I don't know if you remember the name, like Danielle Michaud or Michelle Rumler.
Yep,
and,
know the names.
You know, so when I was younger playing against them, that was very intimidating. So, yeah.
And you just recently, so like I said at the beginning, you took some time off while you were raising your kids, not
from
playing
competitive golf.
You're still golfing, just not competitive golf. But the last few years, you've gotten back into it, which I was very happy to hear.
Yeah. I kept running into some of the ladies, and they're like, why don't you come out and play with us? I'm like, I don't know. So I decided to sign up, and I just have fun playing with them. That's a great group of ladies to play with.
And it's paid off, because just earlier this year, you won your 10th title, another medal play title.
I did.
And where was that out at?
That was out at Hills Heart of the Lakes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was special because even though I'm 50 years old, my dad still came out and watched. You know?
I say your dad's always out for,
you
know, his grandkids. He's always out to watching all his grandkids play golf, so that's got to be special.
Yeah, I feel like my mom and dad should get some type of the honor spectator award. I don't think they've missed a golf match between their kids and grandkids. So.
Yep, I always know, you know, your niece and nephew, Connor and Alexa. You know, whenever they're playing in a tournament, I know your grandma and grandpa will be out here watching.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty special what you've, you know, what your family's done at Lumen Christi. You know, you have 2 state titles at Lumen.
Yeah.
Your daughter Ashley has a state title at Lumen.
Yeah.
And I know your niece Alexa has a state title out at Lumen.
Yeah, and my extended family, my cousin Betsy Saunders now, but Betsy Marzano and Matt and Charlie Saunders. Those are my cousin, or Betsy's my cousin. They all have state championships too. So there's a lot in the Franklin, you know, side of the family.
Absolutely. And I think probably the one constant is Dave Swartout's been the coach for all of them.
Well, you know, he didn't coach me.
He didn't coach you? Okay, so that was during his time off there?
I actually had a guy that started out, Chuck Cloak.
Okay.
And then he left, and I had Ann Best.
Oh, Ann Best was your coach. Yeah, I love Ann. Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Well, again, I know it's kind of a couple years late, but congratulations
Hey, thank you.
for getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. Very well
It's
deserved.
an honor to be, you know, included with all the people in the. I went into Sharp Park the other day and I'm like, oh wow, I'm included with these people. That's pretty cool.
Yep,
So.
yep, very, very cool indeed.
Yep.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to play a little golf. How about that?
Sounds good.
Welcome back to The Right Approach. Nikki and I are out here on the 4th hole at Cascades. 186-yard par 3, and I am mean, and I'm going to make Nikki play the white tees with me. Bring you back to your college days playing the white tees.
Yep. A couple of weeks ago with my husband, I said, oh, for fun, I'm going to play the white tees. And I said, you know what? That's not fun anymore. I'm not playing the white tees.
Well, I forgot you mentioned on our ride out here that your first hole in one ever was on this hole.
It was, but it was a horrible shot. I hit it right. It hit the mound, kicked left, and went in the hole. And I was too busy like going like this that I didn't even really see it go in the hole. But it was during a Jackson County women's tournament.
Yeah, so it was during a tournament.
So a one's a one.
No one asked how it goes in. It just matters that it went in. Yeah. All right, Nikki, well, I'm going to give you the honors.
Okay.
You can tee off first.
All right.
So 186 yards, what are you hitting?
Well, I'm going to hit my 3 hybrid.
All right. Draw a little bit. All right, you're putting.
All right.
On the green, good shot.
Thank you.
Oh, hang
I
on
like
a little
that
bit.
one.
About left edge of the green. Hang on.
Nice
All
shot,
right.
Phil.
Thank you.
Very nice.
2 putts at it, long putts. We got 2 putts at it.
Hey, I'm happy I didn't lose a ball.
All right, Nikki, you got about 35 feet maybe.
Okay, let's see.
Over the hill, little break right to left. Try and get her close.
I did not mean to play it out that far.
Good speed.
Good speed, that's about
It
it.
just didn't break as much as you thought.
No, but you told me that, and
Yeah,
I still,
it's deceiving.
I don't think I believed you.
Well, putting is also not the strength of my game, so. No.
Come
Throw in there,
on.
turn.
Oh, nice putt.
Thank you.
In my book, that's a gimme.
That's a gimme? I'll take it. Oh.
All right.
All right, knock it in, Nikki.
All right. Hasn't been what's been happening lately, but.
Oh, great par.
Oh, thanks.
Nice par.
Thank you.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, it was nice playing with you.
Yep, thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's Jackson Golf Hall of Famer Nikki Weeks. And this has been The Right Approach, brought to you by Cascades Golf Course.